Greetings, family. So, I'm on today to talk about an incident that I had, and I'm going to be brief, but I think it's an important message to share with you all. Y'all know I always give positive vibes, high vibrations about the continent because I love being here, and this does not change me wanting to be here. But I had a situation the other night, and I realized that I needed to share it. There is danger lurking. Like we move through places, we feel safe, we feel comfortable, but we also have to be cognizant of our surroundings. You all have heard me say this before when I talked about shopping in the community. This particular situation, I took a van from Turntable, and when you take a van from Turntable and you're going straight down the road, like Bruford, Ghana Tangi, that van is usually the van that's going to Ghana or going to Tangi. Now, if you take a van that just says Bruford, they may be going toward Bruford, but they're taking you inside of the Bruford area on the opposite side of the beach. So sometimes when it's crowded, I will jump in the Bruford van, get out at like the junction, which is like Gamtel, and then I'll wait for a van that's going straight because usually they have let out some passengers by that time. So it wasn't real late. It probably was like after 7. I did that. I took the van. They made the turn. I got out on the turn, crossed the street. As I was waiting for the van, my friend called. He's like, "Well, where are you? I can pick you up." So I'm like, "Oh, I'll wait here if you're close by." So I told him I was at the junction. He was on his way. Now, I knew he was working on some vehicles because he's an auto mechanic. So I was just waiting and I wasn't sure what car he might pull up in, right? So as I'm standing there, I'm there about a good maybe 5, 10 minutes, and this silver SUV, gray, what we call gray or ash SUV comes by and it's slowing down as it's approaching me. So I'm thinking, well, this could be him, but it was dark tinted windows. So, me being from the city, I backed up from the sidewalk. I backed up from the sidewalk and I just watched. And so the vehicle slowed down and it slowed down maybe 10 feet away from me. It stopped finally. So when the vehicle stopped, I just stood there. I was like, I don't know who this is. I'm not moving. Like if it's for me, they would have stopped in front of me, right? So they proceed to back up. So as the vehicle is reversing, because you see the lights come on, I decide to back up further from the street, from the road, if you will. So I backed up, and as I backed up, I'm kind of leaning over, trying to see who's in the vehicle, but the back windows are closed. So I walked further back and I moved over more to the right, and I could see that there were two older men in the vehicle, um, dark complexions with masks on. Now, why would you have medical mask on inside of your vehicle in a car with dark tinted windows? So I heard them trying to talk under the mask, like, "Oh, get in, we give you ride." And I was like, "No, thank you." And when I tell you I was so far back that it wasn't no way they was going to try to grab me and pull me in the vehicle or convince me I should be getting in, because where I come from, somebody do some stuff like that, you back up from the street, you try to see what's around you and how you can get away. Okay. Now I don't know if y'all remember the area where I did the video where I was talking about a donkey. Like I walked into this area and it was a donkey in there because I caused myself taking a shortcut. So I was in that same vicinity, so I know the area. But I wanted to share that because no sooner than I said no, thank you, they just sped off real quick, um, and my ride pulled up like 5, 10 minutes later. So when I think about what could have happened, I was like, you know what? I need to share this because someone else might be unsuspecting and be like, "Oh, well, I heard they give rides in Africa, so it's not a big deal." No, you got to weather that. Use discernment. Be careful. Don't just be jumping in a vehicle with anybody, especially at night. make sure you're getting license plates. You know, there was a sister that did a video not so long ago where she talked about a young lady coming from work, and it was late at night, and she got in a taxi, and she noticed that the taxi was taking another route. So she said to the brother, like, what are you doing? And next thing she knows, he's talking about he has to get out to use the bathroom. And drivers do that sometimes. But then he came around the car and tried to put the belt around her neck. She was able to fight her way out of that situation and run, get away. But you just have to be careful. Just be careful. So, yeah, you know, like I said, I wasn't going to mention it, but I'm like, you know what? I need to mention this because I think some of us could get so comfortable here that we're not paying attention. And also for our young ladies who might not have known to do the things I did, to back all the way up from the sidewalk so someone cannot grab you and pull you in, to look and see who's there, to look and measure your surroundings about how you're going to find an exit. Okay, I just want to share that. So ladies, be careful. Brothers, be careful. Don't be taking rides from people. Like, you know, it's stories out here about like this time of year, some people indulging in like ritual ceremonies. And I don't think that age matters. Like, I'm talking about a healthy body, right? So please, brothers and sisters, protect yourselves, be safe. And I hope that this message reaches someone. And if you're already aware of this, if this sounds like, you know, something on repeat for you, you're not surprised by this, then share it with someone else. Because there is someone who's going to be like, what? Really? That's an issue? So I just wanted to get that out. I hope that this was helpful, and just beware like you would any place else. You know, don't put yourself in harm's way. Don't allow anyone to put you in harm's way. Avoid the low vibrations. Blessings, family. See you soon.